complex. This particular product is absolutely wonderful when it comes to immune system support. And we understand that right now people do have those concerns where you want to be doing everything you possibly can when it comes to making sure that your immune system is functioning at full functioning power. And this is really critical. Now, for me, I absolutely love the nucleotides for a couple of different reasons. Number one, I'm a huge fan when it comes to genetics. I'm also a huge fanatic of things like virology. So when you recognize what exactly it is that a nucleotide is, then you can really start to understand and grasp the complexity of this formulation, but also just how incredibly beneficial it can be for your health, especially during this time. So as we have this global pandemic that is spreading, and we see the numbers in certain areas might be kind of flattening, but we also understand other areas is still going up. So people do need to make sure that you're taking the right steps when it comes to enhancing your immune defenses. So let's talk about nucleotides, because these are really, really unique. And oftentimes people will ask me, what exactly is a nucleotide? That's a great question, because if you're not strong with a science background, you maybe have never heard of what exactly a nucleotide is. However, most people have probably heard of DNA or RNA, and you've heard about that double helix. So when you think about genetics, you hear about the genetic makeup, and you've seen that double helix. And what that actually contains is nucleic acids. So DNA has its own nucleic acids, and your RNA has its own nucleic acids. And these are really critical because when we think about at a cellular level, this is like the main component. When you think about your home computer or your laptop, and if it's not functioning right, then you recognize that there's an issue. Well, the same thing can happen within our cells. So when we look at the nucleotide complex, we can think about this in a sense like the motherboard of a computer. And if the information is not properly being passed along, then we can run into issues. And this is certainly true during times when our immune system may be depressed and we are more prone to potentially getting an infection. So let's talk about the nucleotides. What in the world are they? Well, they are the basic nucleic acids that make up our DNA and our RNA. Now, every time one of our cells divides, within that nucleus, that genetic information needs to be passed off to the next cell, which is known as the daughter cell. So you have this rapid division that occurs, especially in our immune system. So immune system and GI cells turn over really quick. And the reason we want to make sure we have adequate nucleotides, and if we're not getting enough from our diet, and most people are not, then we would be wise to supplement with these key and critical nucleic acids, which is what the nucleotide complex contains. So your cells divide, and as they're dividing, and say we have this foreign invader coming in, like a virus, for example, and the immune system has to respond to that. Well, what we want is for our immune system to be able to turn over good, healthy cells to be able to fend that off. And we know that these nucleic acids that are contained in the nucleotide complex do just that. They help to support both our innate as well as our adaptive immune systems. I know you've probably been hearing me talk a lot about innate and adaptive, and the difference between those two. The innate is the initial response. That's when we first get exposed to something and the immune system starts to say, we have a foreign invader, what should we do? That's the innate immune response. And then we have the adaptive. That takes a little bit longer, but that's what really provides a lot of that power punch of our immune system. This one we're thinking about immunoglobulins. So what we know about nucleotides is that it helps to enhance the way that our immune system is responding and reacting to any type of a foreign invader. Now, nucleotides gained a lot of popularity many years ago because people were recognizing not only did it help to benefit the GI system and also our immune system, but it was also incredibly beneficial when it came to supporting healthy energy. So for a lot of athletes, they were finding that when they used like a nucleotide complex, that they were able to recover faster. Because remember, stress in the body lowers the immune responses and it slows that process of cell turnover. So if we have that nucleotide complex on board, This really helps to give you that power punch, that boost of energy, and that ability for your cells to rapidly divide. So it's very complex unless you've had a genetics class or a virology class or sat through a semester of immunology, for example. But really, at the end of the day, nucleotide complex is just this wonderful way to enhance the way that your immune system is responding to any type of a pathogen. Now, I can speak for myself and for family members, and it's not a common thing that I come down with even the common cold, for example. But a couple of years ago, I was at work and I thought, I kind of feel like I have a little scratchy throat. I'm feeling a little lethargic, and everyone's been through this at some point in time in their life, and they realize, I think I'm coming down with something. And so for me, what I did is I immediately started taking the nucleotide complex. Now, I'll tell you the way I took it. I did 10 capsules in a course of 3 days. And then after that, I backed off a little bit and I did about 4 caps a day. And I did that for about a week. And you may think, well, that's kind of excessive, but certainly not, because I understand that I need to make sure that my motherboard is operating on all cylinders. And so in order to make sure that those immune cells could rapidly turn over and that my immune defenses were ready for that foreign pathogen, this is the way that I handled it. And remarkably enough, I woke up the next morning and I was like, hey, I feel like I have a lot of energy. I don't have a scratchy throat. I certainly am not feeling lethargic, but I also recognized I had to continue that routine. When we are dealing with any type of a virus or bacteria, we don't want to do just a one and done. We want to continue to build up that immune support. And this is just what those nucleotide complex can help you achieve. It's a really fabulous formulation. When I came on board and I recognized that we actually offered this product, I was absolutely astonished because it's hard to come by. And when you think about what it actually is, you're getting the nucleic acids that is required for your DNA and your RNA. It's so unique and it's so beneficial. So for the support of your GI system, which is where 70 to 80% of your immune system is located, along with enhancing your immune defenses, it really is such a wonderful formulation. Now, keep in mind, our stores are open. We are offering curbside pickup. We have our daily podcast as well as our radio shows. So make sure that you tune in every morning at 11. I'll be here to talk to you about different immune supporting supplements that we offer, but also take advantage of the fact that we have our live chat. You can reach out to a nutritionist all day long, and we can answer your questions for you if you're a little confused as to what you should be doing on a daily basis right now in terms of your supplementation routine. Definitely don't be bashful or shy. Reach out to us. That is what we are here for. And I will be back with you guys tomorrow to talk about more nutrients. Definitely check out the nucleotide complex. There's so much science out there when it comes to nucleotides and just how beneficial they are for our immune system. So definitely, if you're science savvy, do some research yourself. Really such a great product. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.